Welcome back, everyone, back to some NA Dota. We just watched Immortals take down Optic, the NA Juggernauts as of recently, but Immortals goes over 2-1. They're now waiting in the winner bracket. They have one more BO3 before they get to TI if they win, but now we've got Evil Geniuses versus compLexity. This goes as far back as Dota 1. It is quite the matchup, so this is going to be, I'm just excited. Obviously, teams and rosters have changed in the last 15 years, but right now we have new compLexity versus new EG. Both these teams, right, have changed pretty recently and are still learning about themselves.
Yeah, that's the case. I mean, it's definitely. I would not be surprised if either team wins this. Of course, both are very deserving. Both have definitely shown that they can compete here in these qualifiers. And man, I want to go back to that Immortal victory though, real quickly. I mean, holy crap! I did not see that coming. And frankly, I thought Immortal was going to be the odd team out in these 4-team.
I mean,
playoffs.
They were 2-5.
They were 2-5.
In the group stage.
They did not look good at points.
We almost beat them.
They went 1-1 with Baidu.
I don't know how.
They went 1-1 with Baidu. They beat them in the tiebreaker match to make it, but as we've said, best team of the day, not best team of the tournament.
There's a very possible scenario that EG and Optic both could not make it to TI.
Yeah.
As it, like.
The thing about Immortals, though, is even though they were the 2-5 team, they were like considered the underdogs. They have players who have been to TI and placed like top 8, top 6, or whatever.
MP's a god.
Yeah, so like it's not like they're one of these teams that just came out of nowhere. Like a lot of people feel like they've been underperforming for whatever reason. I've always said they have like 5 individually skilled players. Like why are they having issues? It just feels like they hadn't found their form, and no better time to find it than after going 2-5 in the group stage and then winning a best of 3 in the playoffs for going to TI. So I mean, this is a team that absolutely has been there before, so it's not like they're inexperienced and just coming out of nowhere. But now, moving into our next game, as you mentioned, we got EG versus compLexity, and
I'm hyped.
They have their 3, like each team had 3 players left over, before the swaps, and then they brought in 2 new players. Obviously, EG imported Fly and S4, and then even compLexity brought Adam all the way from SCA. And most notably, both of them are captains. Yeah, which is pretty nuts, right?
It brings something different, but it's like, you don't. Are these players? They obviously to bring them in, they're like, we'll listen to you. You're the captain. Yeah. But will they actually, when you start drafting, you're losing games, right? Like you don't know. You really don't know.
The interesting thing with Adam, one of the biggest criticisms of compLexity, I definitely had, I know many others, was when they kicked Kyle, they didn't have that immediate replacement. It was very obvious, and I know I talked with Kyle himself. That's what he was also really pissed off about, understandably so. However, we kind of found out later, compLexity apparently was trying to get Adam for a while. He was supposed to be the replacement initially, but at the time he was still with Fnatic, right? Yeah, he was coaching for Fnatic. So.
Congrats to Fnatic, by the way. For
qualified earlier tonight.
Universe, Eternal Envy, some NA boys.
Universe 8 TIs now, I heard.
Yep. He obviously was a 6th man at TI1, but he was there for a team, so I don't take it against him.
I was just going to say that for compLexity about Kyle is like, I feel like teams, a lot of people don't realize it's kind of like a relationship, right? Because you are living in the same house as them. You are you basically have to be on like the same level of communication, and sometimes tempers run high, especially like after playing together for so long, and even if you're playing with your brother, like. So it's one of those things where I have to believe that the reason why, if they didn't have an immediate replacement, it's like we know something needs to change. Yeah. Don't know what it is yet. Even if you planned on replacing him with somebody, and it's like time to just cut it off. We know it's not the best for any of us anymore. And I'm not trying to draw too many lines between that and like a normal relationship, but that's how if you don't enjoy your teammates or you don't get along or don't see eye to eye,
you're not going to play well.
It doesn't get better either.
We've seen many examples of that, not just the Kyle situation by any means. So, anyways, that's the past. This is the new compLexity. It goes to that. Adam has definitely stepped in very nicely in the captain role.
They look good.
I would say they look honestly coming out of group stage. I would say they look the best outside of VGJ, which is crazy, right? With Optic EG, I would say Cole looked the second best coming out of group stages, which is very impressive.
Yeah, purposely losing the last game yesterday so they didn't have to play Immortals in the first round.
They just qualified in TI, like, wait a minute. We could set up playing more games, and guess what? Yeah. You're going to see Naga first picked, I think, the entire, at least NA, if not every other
And then we're going to see a Marana because they don't want to deal with Naga Marana.
Yeah.
It's just too hard of a lane to go against.
I mean, these are different teams. Obviously, if this was the last series, I'd be like, it's Clockwork Marana right here. Probably.
EG picked Mirana against Naga against us. They obviously know about it. They know how powerful it is. They're not going to let it happen. And I have to believe.
S4 and Sumail play it, so makes it easy.
How about the Magnus ban by that? I know Evil Geniuses has been playing a fair amount of Magnus, but man,
they played a lot.
Bloodseeker Mirana.
Wait, no Bloodseeker, but this is like the first game in a while we haven't seen Bloodseeker.
He's usually banned in these later matches. Yeah.
That'll be our TC0.
Are they really go no Mirana and just give it to him? That'd be very interesting.
Do you want to pick 2 cores when they're showing the support though?
No, that's what I mean. Is
with the Bloodseeker.
Do they think Bloodseeker's technically a counter? I feel like Bloodseeker is good against sustain. Yeah,
I mean, both.
Bloodseeker has a problem with lanes that kill him, right? Because that's how he naturally sustains a lot. So giving them Naga Mirana against Bloodseeker would feel pretty bad, in my opinion.
Could be a crit Mirana. I mean, we saw Z-Freak, of course, do that for complexity the other day, and did it very well. So that's possible. Jakiro Visage.
Interesting.
We're on a whole. Okay, the last 3 games we just watched. I thought NA would be pretty similar. This is a big change. No Bloodseeker ban, now a Visage first pick. Just the Naga shared throughout.
Bloodseeker's so scary, though. I feel like, is there another hero in the pool that goes with Naga and kills Bloodseeker?
In lane?
Yeah, because that's like the only way to deal with Bloodseeker is to actually keep him off the wave by constantly threatening to kill him, because he's going to naturally win the sustain battle because of Blood Rage.
Like a Venomancer? I mean...
We've seen that. We've actually seen that.
You have to keep him off the wave, right? Like, you don't have to just kill him, right? Like net arrow, easy kill. You just have to keep him off being able to deny.
You have to have the threat of killing him at the very least. If you pick like a sustain lane against Bloodseeker, you will lose, because not only does he out sustain you, but because of Blood Rage and Quelling Blade, which amps the Quelling Blade damage, he hits for like I think it's like 90 level 1 or something like that. It's insane.
Wow, so complexity bans another core after Mirana Bloodseeker. It's shown. Obviously, like you said, Mirana could be support, but I'm surprised they banned a PL here.
It's really good against Visage.
Is it against Visage? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just don't let that be funny.
Visage in general, by the way, with complexity, is it's a Titanor ban even, but not the team you usually think Visage with. I mean, that's more Optic, of course, with 3-3 specifically, and even EG to an extent, at least back when they had Fear earlier in the season. So
we saw Optic get obliterated by Tidehunter when they had a Visage, because the Tide just walks at you.
That's right. That was,
remember?
Good luck.
That's right.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, if you have a hero that shuts down Visage's ability to walk down lanes early game, that's a really big part of it. And if you can only need one hero, maybe like another hero to protect them, just to cancel out the Visage pressure early on, he doesn't like scale amazingly well or anything like that if he doesn't have a good start. So that's what VGJ did, was they just said, okay, I'm sorry, I'm blanking on their offlaner. Snake King, just follow him around. Just follow his Visage everywhere. Wherever he goes, you're in his face. And the Visage was jungling at level 4.
Yeah, that was impressitive to watch. Now that you're bringing that up,
your mind blanked on the King.
Your
mind blanked on the King.
I didn't want to. What happened was I thought of MSS as an offlaner, and then I'm like, wait a minute, that's not him.
Yeah.
Okay, Elder Titan.
Similar names.
There is Crit's hero. I think that guarantees Mirana will now be played by either Sumail or S4.
Could be a fly Elder Titan. That's not right.
If you have Crit and you pick an Elder Titan, you give Crit Elder Titan.
Yeah. 10 seconds. All right. Fine.
That's how I am. And then if I'm just wrong, I just look like a complete jackass. But I think Crit's Elder Titan is one of the best in the world.
Disruptor and Naga Siren we haven't seen in a while, I feel like. That combo's kind of died off a little bit, at least in NA. I don't know if other regions are still.
I think China definitely still does. CIS still does. But NA, you just don't see many Disruptors in general.
Yeah. Just Disruptor feels like it would be decent here. I mean, Bloodseeker, Mirana, Glimpse, great against those heroes.
But then Disruptor and Lane against Mirana, Bloodseeker, like in team
fights,
it's great. But like Bloodseeker attacks you twice, and all of a sudden he has 7 more damage, 7 more move speed or something. And now you do nothing in lane.
Curious enough, I think the Jakiro pick, the Jakiro ban, in the first round by complexity is actually very significant here, because what happened was in the other series when Optic ran Visage was they had to ban Jakiro's second, or they didn't ban Jakiro's second round, and then Jakiro owns you because of the damage over time, taking off all your the Gravekeepers, and then your birds die to it as well. And Witch Doctor's a hero that synergizes with the idea of bullying the Bloodseeker away from the lane, right? You maledict him and he can't walk up anymore. But I don't know. I feel like it enables weaker laners. But I don't think you put it with Visage. I think you have to put Witch Doctor with a melee hero, in my opinion. They still have Drow possibility. It's a little weak in lane. I don't think they're going to do it, but I'm just mentioning it as a possibility.
Now you have the Warlock Bloodseeker lane.
Oh, that's unbeatable.
It's actually unbeatable, yeah. That's so tough. Obviously, you can bully the Warlock out, but Nowadays, it feels like, right, you see supports just suiciding the towers. You're fine just giving away some of that team gold whenever you die. Like, if Warlock dies in lane, whatever. As long as Bloodseeker's farming, laning supports, it is what it is.
I like the Witch Doctor simply because it does keep one lane healthy against the Bloodseeker. You probably don't lane him against Bloodseeker.
And I don't know if you guys saw, I did just put this little guy in my pocket before it happened. I knew that pick was going to come out. I think the only thing is, do you think about laning Bloodseeker against Storm middle?
It's a pretty good lane matchup for Bloodseeker. Yeah, but it's like a game matchup. It's a little awkward. You can perfectly time like Eul Scepter silence on him. It's like you like Blood Right and immediately Euls, I think is how you time it, and he can't actually ball lightning out of it. But
yeah, you do need the timing, and obviously it's not like one of those timings you practice really as a carry player unless you are. And then you're not in the tournament.
And then you're not because that's why you've been busy practicing.
You just don't.
I think you don't let them have it. I think it's like
you may be weak in lane, but it's like you've got 2 very good cores, and then Drow herself is a decent core. Just don't give it to them. But maybe they want to. Maybe they got a plan. I don't know. I would.
What about like a Skywrath mid here for Evil Geniuses against a Storm Spirit? Mirana off lane, Bloodseeker safe lane.
The only problem I have with that is that they are yet to have drafted a Tower Taker.
Okay.
Mirana's okay.
But she, I know kind of. But like last game we saw, like Immortals ended up not really having one, so and they still won. But they still had like a Wind Ranger who can reliably take one with Focus Fire. So that's still better than what EG has already put out. They have like a ton of team fight, like a ton of like reach with the Rupture. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I like the Batrider ban. It causes serious issues. It's one of the few heroes that could actually lane with Naga and then cause Bloodseeker Warlock issues.
Okay.
Because it can threaten to kill you. You're never getting out sustained there.
Well, I'm almost leaning towards this could be a Visage Moo Meander in the offlane with the Naga Siren.
If you put Visage against Bloodseeker, you are not going to win the game.
So that's
my. Okay. I'm saying it could be offlane.
Even with the Grave Chill and everything. I mean,
it's like.
You have to get those early.
You hit for 50 on Visage, and Bloodseeker denies for like 75.
And you hit very slowly. Visage attack.
It's like you'll get a CS or 2 because of Gravekeeper or because of Grave Chill, like you said. But
so they should send him safe lane.
Yeah, they have to dodge the Bloodseeker. So it could be off lane if they like, you know what I'm saying, like some weird swaps. Absolutely, and it could still be Moon Meander on it. Yeah. I'm just saying you're not going to lane him against.
And that's why I love how complexity, right? They did end up losing that game, but I love how they do have Moo and Moon Meander. Both have played carry and offlane in former teams and former lives per se, and they can just do that. Obviously, it didn't work out for them yesterday, but
I mean they were winning that game for a while, and that was a crazy one.
That was.
Hey, they beat them earlier in the day, even they did. Storm in that case. So
they banned Sumail's Swap.
Yeah, they're scared of just having the Storm having a rough laning stage, so they ban out the hard lane counter.
TA's already banned. Does EG Lena versus Storm with Euls?
It's a pretty decent Lena game, actually. Yeah.
But Cole's up first. I guess let's look. So what is we're gonna assume an offlaner. What is a decent? Never mind.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I think EG picks something like they need a. Okay, you know, I know you love these terms, Grant. They're gonna pick a Dangler. Because they have all this counter initiation with the ET and the Warlock, and neither Bloodseeker or Mirana wants to sit in front, right?
Yeah.
Like they do not want to be initiated onto. And it actually enables EG's fight to have somebody in front that just gets gone on, like a Medusa type hero.
Yep. And it could still be middle Mirana, I guess. We aren't.
And so they could have an offlaner that does it. Absolutely, they could have like an Underlord type thing.
And right, you'd rather have Sumail on a playmaker than on a DK or something. I guess.
Yeah, DK's already banned, so it's not going to be that.
Exactly. I meant like.
Yes, I understand.
L-Y-K-E.
Yes, silent on the Y.
Yes. Oh well, they only have 20 seconds. And now the Wind Ranger, we did just see it get played right. Velo out of the off lane. Holy smoke. 19 kills in that game. Like, he was the unsung hero for sure for Immortals.
What about Gyro?
Maybe he popped off.
Okay, that's not a Dangler in the slightest.
It is back, and Draskell would be very happy to see this hero.
S4 is Sumail Puck.
It looks like S4 Mirana.
Sumail Puck, okay.
S4 has been playing so much Mirana in all their officials and in pubs.
So how do they, like, take fights on EG? I feel like...
Yeah, they're tight. No. They have the counter. They have a very big.
If they do have stomp into arrow, which is like insanely good if you ever get this. Like any stomp is basically a kill because it's not like Bane Sleep or something where you can wake them up.
They have huge counter initiate as well, right? Like it's gonna be so hard to push into them more so. But complexity, we just saw Mortals kind of with a same-ish draft. Obviously, Storm.
Core Naga, by the way.
Wait.
Oh yeah, Z-Freak's on Wind Ranger.
And there's
so Moon Meanders on Naga.
And Moo on Visage. Okay. We just didn't think about that. Interesting.
Well, so yeah, no, safe lane Visage, but yeah, the
core Naga?
The core Naga. Well, I mean, it's off lane Naga.
But
so
it's still
not
core.
Like,
I mean, we've
yeah.
seen these tri-cores winning games, and now you're... Okay.
I feel like any lane against Bloodseeker is going to struggle real hard here.
That's what I was
and I think they're going to have to end up rotating like 3 heroes to the lane at some point. Like a gank type thing, like even bringing like a Visage along to swap lanes. Like a lot of times we're seeing these teams dealing with rough lanes by eventually having this like random 3-man gank at like 4 minutes, 5 minutes. And I think if you don't do that, Bloodseeker's going to get out of control really quick.
Yeah.
I think it does matter. If they find a way to deal with Bloodseeker, I actually do favor Cole. I think they could like run over the game at 25 minutes, but if they don't find a way to hold down this Arteezy Bloodseeker, I think they get trampled.
I think it's entirely on the Bloodseeker's game, like because if he has a good game, that means the rest of EG is as well.
So that there's no just sacking the Bloodseeker lane, just getting doing well elsewhere, committing well elsewhere.
The thing is, like, I think that might be their best choice, right? If you don't have enough to put up against,
then why try?
Yeah, but the problem is, I think they have better lanes besides the puck, right? Elder Titan plus Mirana in lane,
it's
you
insanely
just get a
strong.
run at you. You're the high base damage on both.
That's what I'm saying is like you're not going to particularly win the other lanes as complexity. So if Bloodseeker gets out of control, they just straight up lose.
But I do think if they find a way to deal with Bloodseeker, complexity has a really good chance to just run over the game with Visage and Windranger.
I like EG's draft better, but what do you guys think?
I do a little bit. I just like their laning phase, right? And we've seen laning phases mean so much more in the game than like late game. Besides that last one. Here we go. They're going for the bait, the early bait.
I like this play. Whenever you have like interesting lanes, like getting this little bit of momentum can be very, very helpful.
Everyone uses that snail ward. Everyone.
Is this a newer one? I
like it. I assume. I like it. It's cute.
Is that the TI one or is
it has to be because everyone uses it. It seems it's so adorable though. Well, they will.
Maybe that's why they use it because it's adorable.
Could. That's why I use Nibbles, but whoa.
I don't know what that is.
Each other. So it looks like it is going to be the Naga Windranger down here. At least that's what they're planning.
I mean, Riptide plus Orb of Venom harass from Windranger is a decent way. I think at level 1 they can definitely keep Bloodseeker off the lane, but once he gets like
though,
level 3,
like with the Warlock, that's the thing, right?
Just heal him up.
The prize is mine. Every coin helps.
Every coin does help. Two for 2 runes. Nothing crazy.
They are doing the Witch Doctor Visage lane. I feel like that also... I'm curious to see how top lane goes, most notably.
Do you skill heal first in this lane, then? Like SVG's been doing and PPD have been doing? Or do you
might have
to?
Oh. Well, because you're not getting a kill. I mean, a cask for even safety net is fine, but yeah, definitely not Maledict. I think that 2-1-0 build
I
makes
like
sense.
that.
Mirana's been like limited popularity up until like recently. Like it's not been very long. But so far in every pub or match that I've played against Mirana as a safe laner with like a melee hero, I feel like it's almost impossible to beat.
That was such a nice deny, by the way, by Adam. Just right. They're trying to push the lane in already, and he just denies right in their face. So I love that. Nice one, Adam.
He's got the cask first, as we see, and will not bounce back to him, but still some good harassment. You see the level 1 Grave Chill also being used. And Chris just going to run at them with the Astral Spirit.
Visage actually went for a level 1 Basilius, which is quite an interesting way to play because you have like more regen from the Witch Doctor.
I love this middle lane, by the way. Limp vs. Sumail is like my favorite matchup to watch lately. They always get matched up in pubs as well because they're like ranked 2 and 3.
Yeah.
So they always just play each other middle. And right now, 7-1 versus. We'll wait till he finishes 5-0 after 2 waves. So a little lead there, but pretty good for Storm, I'd say.
Fortification hasn't been used yet, so we've been seeing play around with that, especially for the mid lane matchup as well in these games. So we'll see if that comes into play. As bottom lane, I mean, they're putting a lot of clicks in Arteezy.
I like it. You have to. You just have to keep clicking with that Orb of Venom on Windranger. You have to.
But top lane, Moo's just getting bullied. And this is what I fear for a Visage lane at any point. ET already hits for 90 with the Spirit out.
Yeah,
only has 2 CS on Visage compared to the 7 of Mirana.
And only 3 on Naga. That's what we were saying, though, right? Like, EG definitely has better lanes. Like, it just feels like they can definitely bully a lot harder.
Yeah, you can tell Mirana's having a very safe time up here, getting that farm 9-0 to start, as we noticed. But I feel like Visage is always one of those heroes that whenever we talk about it, it's like, yeah, it's going to have a slower start, but of course level 6 especially, that's when he really takes off.
Yeah, that Visage always comes. I've seen Weehaw be down like level 8 to level 5 on Visage and then be level 10 before the other one. I don't know. Visage can definitely come back.
What I'm scared for complexity is the denies that are coming out already from EG. It doesn't seem like much, but like I briefly pulled up the experience tab this early on. It's just been like slowly going up already for EG.
Yeah, because obviously at the top of the screen you can see the net worth lead, but the experience lead you have to go and look for, and denies.
They have 5 on the ET and even like 3 on the Warlock. That stuff adds up.
So mid matchup, we got the Puck versus the Storm Spirit. Is a Yules on both of these heroes possibly probably going to be seeing that, you think, or?
That's the thing. On Storm, I've seen Yules. Do you have to get it first Bloodseeker? I don't know if you know, BSJ, or do you just have to have to go more aggressive?
No, you just go the normal. You go normal Storm Spirit build. You might have to go an earlier BKB this game, just because like I know the way the Puck Storm matchup goes is like early on Puck is able to kill you with a +1, but later on like Storm kills you with like Orchid. So it's one of those things where Storm may have to adjust his build to counteract the early phases of the game matchup being unfavorable.
This is. I do like the
look at the CS.
Yeah, it's 3 in favor. The 3 cores in favor. Storm, Limp trying to keep up middle. When do you think we see not the first kill? I mean, I think one of these 2-1-2, the 2 lanes is getting a kill. But when does like Puck start rotating around? Or if Storm's in middle, you just stay there and mirror him? Do you ever have to rotate?
Invisibility.
I think Sumail will look to rotate. Like the way that this patch works is you don't miss creeps.
Going for the kill. Shadow Word. He uses stick as well, so he'll be fine.
This is what we said. Warlock will win these trades a lot of the time, just because of that heal.
Yeah, he's 17-3. Nagasar 14-0, so not too far behind when it comes to CS, but
just catching up.
Clearly, it's comfortable RTZ other than that slight burst that he was dealing with right there. I'm actually really intrigued by the Nagasar and what he builds. So as you mentioned, it's Mumian playing it. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to be a Radiance game by any means, but is he not going to go the utility build? Is he instead going to go more of like a Yasha even? So stuff like that, or Diffusal?
No, I think you either go utility or Radiance, one of the two.
Okay.
I don't think you go Radiance.
Radiance or Solar Crest are probably going to be, I think that's, you decide between those two.
Might even see a Meteor Hammer.
And then maybe let Z-Freak take over as far as
that's the problem though, because right, we saw like with Dubu on Immortals last game, like he's the threat of him always being off map. Like you don't know when he's gonna come sleep, but if he's your core, like he kind of wants to show on the map and farm.
Very fire use. Sumail wants it. One more.
The Bloodseeker vision.
Damage. The first blood comes out. Adam going for the turn kill at least.
He has 7 stick charges and a Fairy Fire. He's fine.
Not gonna happen.
I love this lane. Just Sumail versus Limp because they play very similarly. Like Limp almost baited him into that death, but the Bloodseeker damage or the Bloodseeker vision, as you said, gets it for him. Damn. That's a huge kill, too.
Yeah.
You just set the Storm back so far.
I can't believe how many kills I've seen that wouldn't have happened if Bloodseeker wasn't on the team so far.
That's
like,
why
not this game, but like overall, yeah.
That's why he's always first banned in NA. They just use a mechanic from a different lane to win another lane.
He's got Dream Coil, of course, needs the wand charges to go with it if you want to do it. Not the most mana to work with in general, so probably won't see him go too aggressive just yet.
Top lane sleep into... No, they didn't have the arrow long distance setup.
Not enough damage.
Still, though, Moo's like forced to walk over and shrine. Bloodseeker's super fast right now.
God, this. I honestly feel like that. I know it's not even closed over yet, but this is why you see Bloodseeker ban. His laning phase is so insane.
It's pretty nuts, and like what I look at is when you're on a if you're against a Bloodseeker team and you're losing your safe lane, you're now automatically losing 2 lanes.
Oh, Mirana did not realize Witch Doctor was in that area. Cast comes out, but S4 just sleeps away and he'll be fine. Adam's sitting on a point currently too, by the way. Did not have a second point in Cask or that Maledict even. Don't think that would have been the difference.
Well, there's a tri-lane top now from compLexity, so you definitely have to change something up. You're losing all 3 lanes pretty much at this point. They're just gonna try to get Visage some levels. I think you do. You gotta you just bully out the other lane. Let Visage get solo experience though. You need those birds.
Yeah, Moomiander has the Meteor Hammer queued up.
They're trying to kill Crit top. He might be in some trouble. He's maledicted up. Is getting Warlock healed, but will it? He has no stick charges or anything.
It's level 1 though.
It's level 1. He's fine. So bad. Adam gets killed in return. Going for the Echo Stomp setup as well. They get the kill Visage and a Wind Ranger. It ends up being 3.
That's what happens when you're down by 2K at 7 minutes into the game. Is you go for a kill and it doesn't work.
Went too deep.
Oh my.
Even if he doesn't get this kill, which he will, I mean,
I don't know what to say. I really don't. This is not good looks for compLexity right now.
EG putting on a show right now. 4,000 net worth lead at 7 minutes in. Wow. Definitely did not see this one coming.
Yeah. The fact they just gave up. I think the biggest thing, that middle kill, whatever, it might happen again, but we are going to see Ortiz get harassed.
He doesn't give a crap.
It's more, you just lost a it was a 2v3 lane. Fly TP'd in just to heal the maledicted support, and you just get a triple kill. And that's so big. I love it. As you said, the stomp into arrow. That's all they really need, and that's all they've been using. And now it's level 6 versus level 8 middle, almost level 9.
Stomp's going to be ready to use in the middle lane as well. Nope, he's TPing elsewhere. They're going bot him.
I don't think you can win Dota losing 3 lanes. I just
tough task.
It's real. I mean, obviously we've seen worse.
Rupture bottom.
That's an easy kill.
And
Bloodright will not connect, but that's just because he had to run out with the Rupture and Snare put up. They're going to kill the Naga Siren. Don't think they're killing Visage, but might as well apply some damage in at least. But yeah, they got the easy kill that was as we hit 8 minutes in, so back to daytime.
The thing about Bloodseeker is, like, usually in this patch you don't want to go for kills that cost you a lot of resources, but he always, like, it doesn't cost him a ton of mana to get a kill, and then he always just heals it right back while you're dead. So Bloodseeker's a hero that gets the kills, and then it's no better to come back to his lane. He doesn't, like, have low mana or low health or anything.
What is happening up
here?
here?
Cask bounces back, but again, level 1 Maledict, so I don't know if Fly's necessarily in trouble.
Oh my god, the Fatal Bonds.
The Fatal Bonds spreading so much damage with the creeps as well.
God.
And Witch Doctor just melts.
That was 80% of Naga's health in 1 Starstorm.
And Naga goes down as well.
I will. Complexity. Limp did outlast Sumail middle lane, denied the tower, which the tower going down is just god-awful for Cole, but denying the gold.
This is one of those where we're bound to have a pretty quick finish here in game number 1. I know there was the quicker series earlier today with the European region as well. It's feeling very, very similar to that.
Yeah.
I mean, Complexity's better than this too, so you know they're going to come back after this game. You know, we'll talk about it when the game's over. You know, they're definitely going to make some quick adjustments in the draft. Like, this is I personally don't think I don't think EG has proven that they're as clean of a team as the others so far, right?
Yeah.
But one thing that they have proven time and time again is that they have 3 very high skill core players who will win their lanes, right? And so suddenly you give them 3 favorable lanes. And I think this is like exactly how EG wants to play, and like they might be one of the best teams out there in this capacity. Like, you know, VP being the most standout like lane dominating team.
If they're able to draft for lane dominance, especially in all 3 lanes, yeah, there's really it's a difficult.
That doesn't actually require teamwork. Like I'm not saying like they don't have teamwork. I'm just saying they're a newer team, right? Like they just got 2 new players, and you don't need team coordination to just like play your lanes properly and be ahead by 7K at 10 minutes.
Yep, and look at that.
There's a Veil.
Well, hey, not terrible for Complexity, but you see the bounty runes. It looks like 3, and right once you start winning the laning phase, you just build even greater. They get 3 of the 4 bounty runes plus a rune for Sumail, a real rune.
Storm top lane. Warlock has ulti.
That was still the Fatal Bonds plus Starstorm.
Oh Good my God, that hurt me to see it hurt him.
That was insane. Well, Z-Freak, he's almost level 5. He's trying to get up there. The thing is, it is hard to catch Storm, right? Until you have items like, I guess, Silence plus Coil from Puck, and that's what they're going to go for. But yeah, you don't have the guaranteed stun. So if you are just wasting time going for Storm, Cole's happy with that.
Funny thing that Mirana has evolved into is a hero that she goes in the offlane like this, and then she just sits here for the next like 10 minutes. She never leaves. It's like, how do you kill her? How do you trade with her? Because she has Starstorm. Like, you can't. She actually becomes like a hero that the other team can't deal with.
Sure, it's up now. They did not see Witch Doctor initially. He's going to throw out the Ear Splitter coming out though. Of course, going to run away from it is Moo, taking the Rupture damage, spawns the Familiars, and S4 meanwhile getting a Kona Limp at the top lane. So that's the only death.
That was a solo kill, by the way, because I saw Sumail was like running backwards. He didn't use anything. That was a S4 arrow into solo kill. Holy smokes.
Yeah, no Dream Coil used.
Yikes.
Arteezy lived on top of that, and that was quite the commitment from Complexity.
And this is what the losing team always has to do. They have to group up and try to take your safe lane tier 1.
And they're going to lose tier 2 too.
Yep, that's the only thing you can do when you're this far behind, though. It's the easiest tower to take, and when you're this far behind, you can't take a hard tower, so gotta go for this one.
And you're versus the one hero who can also stop it. You have a level 6 Warlock just sitting here like, are you going to really dive him? Yeah, you going to dive him? Good luck.
But that I love that, like, you see if, like, to understand what I'm talking about, like, these really good teams, like, they understand that this tower is super important. And so you think if they're here, look at, like, EG's lineup and say, who plays aggressive, who plays, like, this deep push game? Bloodseeker's not going to pressure towers, right? So the one core you have farming bottom is Bloodseeker, and then you have his 2 counter-initiation supports sitting behind him while the Puck and Mirana play the rest of the map, because they know Complexity has nowhere to farm unless they take that tier 1. And so they're going to keep making plays around the bottom half of the map. It's the only thing they can do. And EG knows this, so Arteezy's got to play careful.
And he is.
There's a smoke gank.
Yeah, this is a
4-man
smoke gank, and he's hiding at the tower. He knows that they're missing.
He sees it. He sees that they have a ward on it, and the smoke breaks.
Oh.
Great ward. Like they know this. See, like that. You know, like they know that this is exactly what.
Good ward
complexity
and
needs
good
to do.
positioning from Arteezy. Like, why not stand a little higher up to do something like that?
Are they just gonna roche with this? What's the play? Why are they? They are just eventually giving it up. It looks like.
Yeah.
I don't think you can roche. They do it pretty slow.
I was just curious.
Though.
Like usually when you give up your safe lane tower when you're this far ahead, it's because you want something else.
True.
I think they're gonna roche.
They got the top tier too.
Yeah, they have Medallion on Warlock, first item.
They do have Medallion. All right, I was like,
and you also have Blood Rage. You have Blood Rage.
Fly with the early Medallion. This is purely for Roshan, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Fly always does this too.
This is like what the top players do, right? Is they know they build these unique items in situations like we don't want to defend this tower anymore. It's ruining our game. What objective do we need? Is it a tower? It's Roche. Okay, we need a Medallion. We don't do Roche. Take a Medallion. Like that's their line of thinking, and it's just really what separates them.
Coming on over.
They can't contest.
He could maybe have stole it, but now he can't. Power shotgun. Okay, they need to kill it though. Can they attack it? Like, what are they doing? They're just getting their ass beat.
There we go. They got the bottom tower though. Finally, does complexity. It's a little bit something there, but they're down 9,000 with the H giving up at 13.5 minutes.
I believe Tome picked up by Z-Freak though. Getting level 6 on here means he can solo kill Fly, which is a little thing, but being able to solo kill a support, he's not even. Oh my God, he used Tome and he didn't even.
Did he hand it off?
Gave it. I guess
I think he gave it to Adam. Yeah.
Oh,
prioritize that great death ward.
Really?
Instead, which we know you love.
Okay. I mean, I'm just a hater of Death Ward, so yeah, I will not say my matter on this Death Ward shenanigans, but
Moo, he might be in trouble.
At least he has boots. Some Visages wouldn't even have boots right now.
Smoke play. Esport just jumps in with a star.
Oh my God!
Box put up, and down goes Wind Ranger. Moo evaporates.
The Veil plus Starstorm double. Like, so it's
Fatal
almost
Bond
pure
Star,
damage when you have Veil on. Almost pure damage. And so that's 450 damage plus the Fatal Bonds.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And they killed both birds, so
Oh,
that's
Radiant scans this. They know Limp's here.
They don't know Limp's there.
Well, they know somebody's there, and it turns out to be Limp.
They know he's there.
Is this just...
This is just almost at a point. It's a best of 3.
Oh, bottom lane, S4, okay. 800 gold. There you go. Adam's back in. He's got mana boots.
Okay.
Death Ward, yeah.
Maldic Death Ward with net. I appreciate they get... Okay, I see why they did it now.
All right, so I was just about to say, it's one of those games where if you're complexity, it's like, all right, let's just reset, go to game 2. But killing Mirana there, getting a nice boost of gold in the hands of, well, Adam. Maybe not the best hero, but still something.
I think the best way for them to approach this game is once they realize they've 100% lost, you 5-man smoke gank, kill the enemy position 5, 5-man tip them, and then GG out.
Or do you do it to Sumail? Because you've seen
But
Sumail.
I don't think you're killing Puck this game. That's the thing.
If you get a 5-man, if you just hit net and he misses phase shift once, he's dead.
I mean, it's Sumail, man.
The fake out net.
That's true.
Naga
Oh,
just
pump fake,
flaps her arms.
Okay.
Yeah, the double pump fake
Visage.
into dodging or blink.
He's in the dead lane,
Yeah.
as Grant loves to call it.
Yep.
Dead lane equals death, apparently. Visage. One more, you're dead.
The thing is, he has nowhere else to play, and that's what happens is these teams. So they know that the enemy, that their own safe lane is the most dangerous place to play. So EG, now that they're so far ahead, they just put like 3 heroes bottom. So it's like complexity's safe, most dangerous lane's top, and then you have 3 heroes from EG bottom, so you can't go there either.
Yeah.
So then you have to farm top, and then you just die. And like, it's not like Moo doesn't know that. He actually knows. He's like, I've got no other choice. I have to just hit creeps.
There we go.
Simhel just trying to disrun everything. Of course,
my
he
God,
still
the
gets ensnared.
Mirana Invis.
But now Witch Doctor is definitely dead at this point. The Echo Stomp set up into the Puck follow-up with the Illusory Orb. Yeah, the Naga Siren could not do enough right there. It does have his Meteor Hammer.
I mean, we don't even have to look back. This really is. I mean, obviously, it's not over yet, again, but this draft, like, I don't know if you first pick a Naga and you play it like this. Like, we just saw why Naga was a first-pick hero in multiple games. This makes Naga not look like a first-pick hero. Like, your first pick should be the most impactful, if not your last pick.
It's almost like they were like, oh, darn, they took our Mirana, now what do we do? You know, it almost feels like that was the reaction. I doubt that's what the case was.
What we saw VGJ do, the team that obviously won the best-of-1 round robin, was they just first picked the Mirana. Rather than first picking the Naga. I think Mirana is just busted right now.
I think both. I just don't like how. I think you just play Naga as a normal 4. Just get another good laner. Like, don't.
Yeah.
How they played it just felt so weird right now. But Arteezy, he's just been sitting down here bottom. They don't even want to use the Aegis. He's just been pushing. He's almost got a Radiance after the Blade Mill. He's getting it quicker than Pycat's been getting on Spectre. Well, obviously, when you're up 16-1.
That helps.
What are you trying to say about Pycat right now?
Nothing.
Okay, just making sure.
I think Pycat has been the most improved player in NA, though, I think, this year.
Oh, for sure.
CCNC?
CCNC, everyone knows
it's not fair, though. He had way farther to go.
Sleep.
Yeah,
All right, complexity. They're going for the setup. Meteor Hammer on 2. The Warlock Golem comes out of response as well. On top of the arrow, Nakatara will fall. Shackle shot hits Warlock, but he's already done his job. Kaya just purchased Bystorm Spirit going into this fight. Moo, he's in trouble, though, dying to the locked into the Drink Coil. He'll end up falling 4 dead on the side of complexity. Only 1 in that Warlock, who, like I said, he did his job anyways.
They did kill the 5 position, as I mentioned. That's the play when you're this far behind.
Tips now. Yeah,
there it is. The Meteor Hammer.
They needed the tips. They got 2/3 of it.
The Meteor Hammer missed crit, by the way. He just walked out of it. So a little missed timing there by the Naga. I mean, just a little thing to move forward. They don't know the timings, but, well, that was the Immortals. Wait, did the Immortals Optic game already end? Or because this did not feel like a game. I don't want to say that, but EG just shit on him. Pardon my language. They did they not?
They did, and it goes back to the laning phase. I think it's safe to say you guys both were suggesting, especially that this was a bit of an outdraft. Yeah. And no questions asked there. And when you're setting up all 3 lanes to be won by a team like EG. You're setting up for failure.
I mean, the way I look at it is please name a dual lane that beats Mirana ET and then in the game, and then please name a dual lane that can harass a Bloodseeker Warlock.
Yeah.
So it's like, in this patch, you just can't do that. I feel like a lot of teams have actually been first-round banning Bloodseeker against EG just because they know how much EG relies on the laning stage.
Yeah.
And Bloodseeker, by far the most powerful carry to pick in regards to the laning stage.
If Cole lets it through,
they're going to ban Bloodseeker, and they're going to prioritize Mirana over Naga. That's my opinion.
And I think because of that Bloodseeker, right, middle lane, like Lim versus Sumail, very evenly matched up. Sumail just once again just destroyed him, and it goes back to he had the vision because of the Bloodseeker. Obviously, I think the first solo kill was just a straight-up solo kill, but that second one,
which could have gone out of the way, by the way.
It could have, but
Storm could have killed Puck there, and then you got to wonder how things might have been different. Could have, should have, would have.
But then you're going 1 lane and losing 2 instead of losing 3.
Then maybe something's
and
possible.
I could have been a CEO at Walmart, but unfortunately, I'm here casting with you 2 fine gentlemen.
Yes,
but
fine.
For now, EG will be up 1-0 over complexity. I believe we are going to throw it over to a quick break, but when we get back, complexity, we know they can make the difference. Make the change. Let's make it a 1-1. Let's go to another crazy game 3. I'm all about that. Or will EG, will they make everyone sleep in chat and make it a quick 40-minute game? We do not know, so stick around. We will be right back.